Are you looking to stay informed about what's going on in Madison without the media spin? Well, here's the latest news from the Wisconsin Assembly Chambers brought right into your home, directly from the office of your representative, who truly values his constituents' feedback and is always working hard on the issues that matter to you. Welcome to the Ramthun Report.
Hello, fellow patriots. This episode is coming to you from right here in the Wisconsin Supreme Court chambers. I'm Tristan, and you definitely need to hear about what happened this week here in Madison. Make sure to stay with us until the end to hear all the important news and get the answers to your Ramthun requests. This week's hot topics include the latest development on the governor's actions regarding the oversight of federal funding, some answers to your Ramthun requests that you'll certainly find some value in, and lastly, some very good news that should help you to see what we can get done together. With your support and engagement, we can make a difference with the Ramthun Report. First, we will have Representative Ramthun inform you about what happened with AB 149, the bill asking for legislative oversight on the allocation of federal funding and why it's important to you.
All right, today is Tuesday, March 30th. One Take Tim coming at you. A couple of points to be real clear about. Has me rather upset today. Yesterday, Governor Evers vetoed Senate Bill 183, and its companion in the Assembly was AB 149. That legislation initiative that was approved by the legislative body last week was vetoed. It spoke at the desire to have oversight for the federal funds that were coming into the state to allow the legislature to participate in determining where it goes, to whom, how much, and when. The governor cited statute 16.54 in his veto response, which was very short. I vetoed it in its entirety, and his qualification is that statute 16.54 says the governor has the sole right, and that's been a law in place for decades, which is kind of my point. We have an unprecedented situation in the history of our state right now, and our country, and our world, that has the infusion of dollars flowing into our state like never before. And I think if there was ever a time to make sure that it was done right and holistically for the good of governance and how we are supposed to be here working of, by, and for the people, that time is now. And our governor, if I were governor, I'd be talking to the legislative leadership every week, at least once, maybe more often, especially with the things we've got going on. That never happens here. It's this autonomous, leave me alone, I know what I'm doing, I don't need you guys for anything, and it's just the opposite mentality to have in a leadership position right now when you serve. We don't have it, and this is evidence of it. He basically said, I don't need you guys, you're out of here, I'm vetoing this bill. The other thing I want you to know, which makes this issue even more critical, is I was not accurate last week when I quoted you a $5 billion expenditure from funds coming in to the state. It's $5.7 billion in discretionary funding and nearly another $9 billion in other specified purposes, such as $1.54 billion to K through 12, $560 million to higher education, $590 million to child care, and $7 billion in stimulus payments. It's not $5 billion, it's 16. And again, I go back to the legislative's intent to work with the co-equal branch of government, the executive branch, so we could do it right of, by, and for the people, and we got told no. So here we are. I need to know that my Joint Finance Committee members have an idea where some of this money's going, because as they create the budget for the next 2-year biennium process, the last one came in at $85.5 billion for 2 years to run this state, which includes $1.9 billion for this capital, which hasn't been open for over a year now. So maybe we should cut that bill in half too. But anyway, I need to know that my JFC members know where some of this money is going, because I don't want to see us plan for appropriating dollars to programs, especially new money, general purpose revenue, GPR, if we have to send any new money to new programs when they're being fed some dollars from the federal stimulus. That's double dipping, and I will not stand for that. I will not tolerate that. That would not only make me argumentative on the floor, during the budget and the bill hearing for this process, I probably wouldn't be able to say yes to it as well. So this is going to get very interesting in the next couple of months. We have a governor. If you try to do anything legislatively through the bill process, it has to go through over his desk and through his desk process. And I don't see this governor doing anything that will do right by the people as long as he thinks he's in control of something. So the solution there is, ladies and gentlemen, we need a new governor. So that's what we need to work on as well in the next year and a half. So get us a Republican governor and you'll see right things happen, not only for dated statute 16.54 that needs to be amended to reflect probably something more modern like pandemics and large amounts of money from the federal government, but other bill initiatives as well. So thank you for your time this morning. It's going to be an interesting week and it's going to be an interesting few months. So stay tuned for coming attractions. Talk to you soon. Bye.
We can clearly see that there needs to be some changes on how things are done here in Madison. We must find a way to work together more efficiently for the people. To further expand on what we can do to create more transparency and accountability in governance, let's hear Representative Ramthun respond to your requests and see what we are doing to be more efficient for you.
Hello again, everybody. I got a couple of constituent items from the Ramthun Request process I'd like to share with you this morning. I have an individual from Merrill, Wisconsin. I don't believe it's part of my district and frankly don't care. If they live in the state of Wisconsin, I'll do what I can to help them out. The individual from Merrill, Wisconsin says, can you find co-authors and introduce legislation to make Wisconsin a Second Amendment sanctuary state? Well, the wheels on that wagon are already rolling. I'm not going to find them, they're going to find me when they see the bill and jump on it. So I don't know who I'll actually get, but we're about to find out. So thank you for your suggestion. Brilliant minds think alike. Item number last is, I don't have much confidence in the integrity of our voting system. No, many others feel the same way. Well, John Schulte from Elkhart Lake, also probably not a constituent directly of the 59th, but that's okay. Again, he's in Wisconsin, and I know of John, and I'm glad he sent this question in. John, you know, a part of me feels the same in a way. However, it's not so much the election laws and the voting process, it's the unlawful actions of several that tainted it. We do have fairly good election laws in our state, they just were not followed, apparently, allegedly. And as the legislative body, specifically through campaign elections, does analysis and investigation, evidence is starting to come out to prove that, which, by the way, evidence to proof to charges to conviction. I kind of think that's the way things are going to roll here for the next few months. So I kind of feel the same way, John. However, you continue with your question. Any progress at the state level would be good to hear. I think what I just said touched on the progress. We can't ignore what happened last fall. I think it happened even before November of 2020. I would go back to November of 2018. So if we start to get evidence or indication of irregularities or injustices or illegalities, we should go back further in our election analysis process to see where this may have started from. I suspect it started in earnest after 2016. That's just me, but good place to frame it. I don't believe H.R. 1 is constitutionally viable, but that may not matter. I agree with you. I think, humbly speaking, it would be a way for people who bent laws, broke laws, stretched laws to validate their action by trying to make it more formal or law-based, and that's what's wrong with H.R. 1. It's making illegalities legal, I guess would be a way to put it. Confidence in our courts is also waning. Couldn't agree with you there as well, more. I think our Wisconsin Supreme Court should be more involved in activities up to and including executive orders for continued emergencies and mask requirements. I think that should be addressed by our Wisconsin courts, and I think our United States Supreme Court should be more involved in what's going on, not just in Wisconsin, but in the 5 other swing states that were involved: Arizona, Michigan, Georgia, Pennsylvania, and New Mexico. Also sent alternative delegates for the Electoral College. So we've got quite a bit going on, I think, at the national level as well. My focus is Wisconsin right now, And thank you to Merrill, Wisconsin, and to Elkhart Lake for your contributions today. Thank you.
It's important to stay informed on what's happening here in Madison and actively reach out to your reps to see the issues we care about most being addressed. Together, we can make the right things happen. Speaking of the right things happening, we wanted to save the best news for last, and I'll let Representative Ramthun give you the good news.
Here we are. Good morning. Wednesday, March 31st. It's a great day. It's a great day. We've still got some budget concerns and the overspending of money by the governor, but we'll take care of that soon enough. Three things here. Supreme Court ruled yesterday 4-3 against Governor Evers. His mask mandate executive order extension overreach is unconstitutional. For the guy who wrote 5 resolutions to end this madness 10 months ago, it's a great day. It's about time our judicial process does its job and upholds our Constitution and puts any person in governance in their place. Fantastic day, fantastic day. Item number 2. Second Amendment sanctuary for the state of Wisconsin. I had initiated activity yesterday to get this process going, and I became aware of Treg Pronchinski, Representative Treg Pronchinski, also a member of my GOP caucus, is doing the same thing. So I'm just going to stop my process and jump on board with him. It doesn't matter who writes a bill, who's first, who's second, who's even on it. Get it done, okay? So I'm going to be on that bill. I think I'll be the second on the Second Amendment sanctuary state for Wisconsin. As of today, officially, the bill is announced, and I'm out there and I'm on it. So, an item last, vaccine passports, something people have been talking about. I don't know if it's a conspiracy theory, let's rattle cages and make noise. I see a significant problem with this thing ever happening because of the privacy protections that we have for our health and our physical well-beings through existing HIPAA laws. But I'm also moving on legislation to prohibit vaccine passports in the state of Wisconsin. So 3 big things today that people who embrace our Constitution and our rights and our values and our morals should be happy about. So Supreme Court, about time. Second Amendment sanctuary, rock and roll, we're in play. And last but not least, vaccine passports. Make a difference. Keep the suggestions coming, keep the information going. Watch the Ramthun Report, watch the e-updates. Bother me, keep me on my toes because I work for you. Thank you so much. Have a blessed rest of your week, and happy Easter to all of you. Bye now.
This concludes this week's episode of the Ramthun Report. Don't forget to check the links below and make a Ramthun request to have your issues addressed by Representative Ramthun in next week's episode. Be sure to subscribe to our channel and share this video with your fellow patriots. Remember, when you have questions and you need answers, ask us. Together we can restore the principle of a government of, for, and by the people. We'll see you next week. God bless you and yours always.